Alright, y'all people. Greetings, greetings. Glad that you guys are here with me today. You know, I got to talk about this situation that's going on with everyone. I think we are creating a mass hysteria. Today's topic is about having a mask on or having a mask off. This is probably my most boring topic to speak about because there's really not a lot of scientific background on not having a mask on. But a lot of people are wearing these type of surgical masks, and I won't put my mask on because this may help you feel better. I know a lot of people are going through this mental war with each other and fighting each other. But I want to share with you guys that I wear these masks when I'm in my lab. I deal with the chemistry of plants, and I powder a lot of my different herbs. And when I get ready to take the mask off, I still blow my nose and the herbs come out. All right. I used to be a painter back in the day, and I had a respirator on, and I would still have to take that mask off and still blow my nose, and paint would still come out in that tissue. So I'm sharing with you guys that a virus, I got a piece of paper, white sheet of paper, and I got a pen. So I wanted to put a small dot right there. You guys can't see that. I can't see it. And it is microscopic. It is angstrom size, pico size, however you want to say. But that's going to get through the mask. Just like the spores from my herbs, just like any type of small particle, viral particle, will get through this mask. Now we are going through psychological warfare based on what the government has mandated, which is not really a law. All right, this is not a law that has the leaders like Fauci telling us that maybe you should wear a mask and maybe you should not wear a mask. But they do recognize that these things are not effective. And I do want you to know that when you do have this on, there is scientific research on it that it is lowering or reducing your oxygen levels. And a lot of people already know that because they are already having other conditions going on where they're having a lack of energy, especially those who are already dealing with fatigue disorders like diabetes, lack of oxygen getting to their brain like Alzheimer's. There are a lot of people that are already on oxygen wearing a mask. I've seen this happen in the grocery store. A lady was carrying an oxygen tank, had a mask on, and then got mad at somebody else because they didn't have a mask on. So who are we really fighting here? Because the government has told you that you need to have a mask on when you go into these public places. Now, I don't have a sign on my door saying that you have to have a mask on because I know that the Most High has already put in place in our system that put mucous membranes there. When we catch a fever, it can catch the viral particles, and then we can excrete them out through a cough, a sneeze, a runny nose, and then they may say, oh, you need to wear that mask. But let me tell you now that a virus is just as small as that little dot on that paper. And also, the bacteria that is in a large droplet form can also protect you if you have on the mask. Now they wear these surgical masks in the hospital 8 hours, 12 hours a day. Now if you got a oxygen deprived type of disease or condition, then no, you don't need to be wearing this mask. Even if you're in Costco, and I've seen people get really mad at other people. I mean, people are killing people because of not having on a mask. And I think that's the problem, guys. We are looking at others and scared of them just because we want to accommodate fear. And fear is really the real disease. So who should we be getting mad at? The government. Now, I'm not an advocate for the mask. I think if you're scared, you need to stay at home. I think if you want to use all these different services like Grubhub and Uber Eats or whatever is out there to get you your food or whatever you're trying to shop for. Use those services and stay at home. Shouldn't have to dictate your feelings of feeling safe, fuzzy, warm, like a baby, because you're scared of how other people may think of you if you don't wear a mask. Now, I'm not here to accommodate others when it comes to their feelings, but I know that there is a dialectic that's going on here. We are fighting two split diachemies, you know, so it's either a catch-22. You make somebody feel better, or thinking that we're making them safe when they have health risk already, because, you know, everybody has experienced somebody that has went through going to the hospital and they automatically diagnose them with the COVID-19. My auntie passed away March, had an aneurysm, some type of thrombosis going to her brain, and they diagnosed her with COVID-19. I don't believe that is true. I think that she already had other health conditions going on, and then whatever came into the hospital, they make money off of it if they diagnose it with the COVID-19. Now, in our reality, whatever we think, we make come true. So if you are actually thinking these things, and, you know, your energy will go towards what you're thinking. So you will create a disease based on your fear. Now, we already have the high amplification of these electromagnetic frequencies going on out here. We got the towers that have hooked up to 5G, and they're letting out 60 gigahertz now. Not 50 gigahertz, but 60 gigahertz. And a lot of us know this information already, but we're not staying protected. I wear diodes. I wear safety diodes everywhere I go. I wear tourmaline everywhere I go. I wear shungite everywhere I go. So I like to protect myself from 5G, and you need to learn some protection measures as well that'll help you fortify your immune system. You guys that are eating sugar every day, and just basically drinking sodas and eating rice and bread and everything else, those things are turning into sugar, suppressing your immune system. So we already know that we need to be boosting, fortifying our immune system as much as possible during these trying times. But this mask thing is not the way. I've seen people in their cars by themselves with a second mask hanging on their rearview mirror with a mask on in the air conditioner. That's lowering and reducing your oxygen levels. You become CO2 toxic. You have feelings of pneumonia, you bring that home to your family, and you have on a mask, but you're not protecting them because you are going out lowering your immunity in that fashion. I've seen people outside having a walk with their mask on. This is not a fashion statement, guys. I know China made it a fashion statement. Hong Kong and all those different people made it a fashion statement because their air is already toxic. This is not an airborne type of condition. I mean, this can save you from 26 feet, but I don't think it's going to actually prevent you from getting a viral protein inside of this polyurethane mask. Now, this is made out of thermoplastic. Some people call it polypropylene. These are very good for heat resistance. So when they burn, they let out these different chemicals, and I see a lot of pollution of these type of masks on the grounds at the grocery store. I know you guys have seen it too. So the street workers have to pick this stuff up and they burn it in an incinerator, and this makes the air very toxic. All right, so that could be the reason why the COVID could be so much in abundance and very in the atmosphere that way. So if you're living close to an incinerator, a landfill of some sort, and they're burning these masks because they're so, I mean, it's easy to get. You know, the 3M companies, which I think the politicians may be heavily invested in, could be using these masks or that company in stocks to make money off of. And of course that the media is heavily involved with the government and the politicians. So they have ways to keep the fear mongering going. I really want people to do their due diligence in studying. I mean, not just listening to other people, but even not just listening to me. This is just my opinion. But read. They hide everything in black and white. So if you're not reading, you're not going to be able to see what's really going on. And I'm talking off the top of my head because I'm tired of seeing this psychological, mental behavior of people being scared of other people. We're operating in social distancing, and I see people get mad at other people because they're not 6 feet away. Becoming a very tyrant, just from the companies, from the mayors mandating on the companies to have social distancing. There's no sign up on my door, all right? So saying that you must have on the mask, because I feel like it's not going to do anything anyway. But I teach my people how to protect themselves, how to have your vitamin C, your zinc, your copper, taking some antiviral or herbs. Those things are the things that keeps your first layer of defense very strong. And the first layer of your defense is your skin. So if you're walking around with your mask on, all right, you got your mask on, you're moving it up and down on your face, you're touching your face, all right, don't you think you're contaminating that? Those of you guys that got these fabric masks, you went to the fabric store, you made your own mask, and then you never washed the mask, that mask is contaminated, all right? These masks can't be used only for one-day use, all right? So those people that are in the hospital wearing these for 8 to 12 hours, they have to throw these away every 8 hours, all right? So understand that this is not the type of thing that's going to protect you, all right? So I have to get that off my chest. There's a lot of things that we already know. I think that people are just in this mental cloud right now, but they don't know what to do. They're thinking they're going to bring their family home, the asymptomatic COVID-19, just because a lot of us are going through this situation. So